Hello again, part 3. After I said spiritual battle, the microphone was disconnected. There may be a link, or it could just be a coincidence. So welcome back to part 3 of my appraisal. Rather lengthy. Oh, blimey, my leg is hurting now. Oh, boys, back my ligaments. Oh, blimey, back. This may be a short part 3. Oh, ligaments, knees, too much 5 aside, thinking I'm 25. Okay, so we'll finish the And Love for All. There's 25 names. We've reached Tony Daly. Then we went to Afra Ben, Sam Shepherd. I think that's Sam Shepherd was the. I was thinking of Sybil Shepherd. Simone de Beauvoir, Spike Milligan, Dora Russell, Thomas Traherne, Traherne, Juliana of Norwich, well bless her, I wonder where she is now, Robert Jasper Grootveld, Astrid Kirchner, Percy Bushelli, Christopher Isherwood, George Harrison, and Cahill Gibran. Now then, I think he's well read, isn't he? I've read The Prophet as an 18-year-old. I went to see The Prophet being performed by Remu Setna, an actor who had been on EastEnders, and he was in a cafe cave underground. And I went with my pen friend at the time, who had moved from Pontypridd to Edinburgh, and we were in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and we went to see The Prophet by Cahill Gibran. And I bought it and went to see it the second night. I bought the book. Verily, verily. I didn't realise it was Muslim at the time. Philosophy. It was very good. And Cahill Gibran acted it superbly. Marvellous stuff. So the very fact that Stephen name-checked such a diverse or literate and rich source of thoughtful contemplation shows us, like the Manics and all these other bands who include deep thinking. But the trouble with deep thinking is sometimes it can be so deep you lose the practical application. Not so with Cahill Gibran, which was very practical, but with you can only get away with being Spike Milligan for such a time, a limited amount of time, and then you have to grow up and earn your money. That's what that resonates with me, because I thought Spike Milligan was hilarious. But you have to grow up, and you have kids, and you have divorces, and who's at hand to embellish the torment with fragments of hope? The Lilac Time. Now then, this album, the second one, this reminds me, I haven't listened to it a lot. Julie Christie, I didn't realise was on the end of this album. It's just, it is a compilation. The one, The Ups and Downs, is a compilation because it's got a lot of ink and Sunday Supplement. So tracks like I Love You remind me of films Julie Christie is a beautiful song. I haven't listened to this one as much because we love you, but I'm familiar because of the compilation. I'm familiar with some of the songs. Here we go. Here's the old photographs. And when I bought this, I've got about 3 copies of this and Love for All album from 1986, is it? I wanted to know, it was produced by Andy Partridge, and I always tell JP it was produced by Andy Partridge, John Leckie and Stephen Duffy, mixed by John Leckie. So there he is playing his... Look, there's a picture of Mother Mary. You know, I picked up all these little religious clues as to his upbringing and thought, oh, maybe he was brought up in a religious family. But I tell you what, this album, incredible album, made me cry so much. And on one of the copies I bought, I got a Fontana various track compilation, The Days of the Week, American Eyes, If the Stars Shine Tonight, and The Girl Who Waves at Trains. And on the other side, it's at 33 RPM. No cover, just it came with the album. Black Velvet, Return to Yesterday, The Beauty of In Your Body, and Together. So that's an oddity, isn't it? Because to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the first Lilac's album and see which ones are on. Yeah. So what album is Together on? That's a question I've got for you. Oh, Paradise Circus, isn't it? Which I haven't got. I haven't got Paradise Circus on vinyl either, or on CD. Because I remember spending years and years and years looking for this stuff on vinyl and CDs. You know, from the when would it? Yeah, 94 onward. That's all I was looking for. It was Lilac Time stuff. Couldn't find it any stuff, or vinyl or anything like that. So have I got 2 of those? I don't believe it. I've got 2 of those ones as well. Postbach. Days of the Week, American Eyes. That's amazing. Didn't realise I had them. And this is the Lilac Time Return to Yesterday, 12-inch, Roof Trees, Gone for a Burton, and Reunion Ball, which, when I received Compendium on the Fontana label, that was a great comfort to me, because I thought, all right, I can relax a bit now because I've got some of the rare songs. Tin Tin, Stephen Schnee says, was a band, and the hit was bigger in the United States than it was in Britain. Well, it was quite substantial in Britain, so it must have been big enough to warrant a Kiss Me US remix, which is great fun. It reminds me, Yes doing Leave It in 1983. That's what's really freaking me out now, because I was still in school when that came out, 18. And yet I felt so grown up. But in the mid-80s, you regress, don't you? You go back to your childhood because you don't want to grow up, and you hear songs like Leave It as an 18-year-old, and then 2 years later, I can't believe that Stephen Duffy had a major hit when I was 20. Yeah, to me, Kiss Me was out when I was 12. That's the impact it had. So I must have regressed. That's the point I'm making. How much more vinyl have we got? Well, we've got that one, which needs no introduction to Lilac fans now. But I think the are we still recording? Yes, we're still recording. I think the fact that they've got rid of the title of the band and the title of the album on the cover, it just adds so much to the mystique and general fabulousness of the album. It needs no introduction, you know. And I've always loved this album, and yet I felt that the sound on side 2 was murky. But listening to it in headphones on my phone last night, the remastered versions, it sounds immense. I can't wait to have the copy. So if anyone's watching wants to give it to me, thank you very much. No sad songs now then. I must admit, I haven't bothered with Run Out Groove. I haven't bothered with it. Danny Thompson upset me a bit because there was a bit of overplaying on it. And yet I'm looking forward to bumping into that record and buying it and listening to it again. This is brilliant. And again, I'm kind of cherishing. I'm not overly concerned about being unfamiliar with the melodies in it, because I know whenever I listen to it, it does pay back major. The Dream That Woke Me, couldn't sing that, see? Russian Blue. That reminds me of the darkness in their eyes, does it? Yeah. I mean, there are echoes of previous songs in these later songs, but they're made in a heartfelt tribute, as opposed to we haven't got any other new melodies. It's done knowingly. I really enjoy this one. I think the first song of Spring is heartbreaking. And you know what it does, right? It cuts through your heart and all the pretensions that you think you're in a loving mode. And to be honest with you, you know, it does break my heart to hear Stephen say, there is no heaven, there is no hell. But it only adds to the urgency that I have. I have a burden for him as a soul. And hearing the beautiful music with the beautiful strings behind it, it just melts your heart. That's such beauty, and yet so many irregularities and blindness and vulnerability, which is prevalent in me also. That's the thing, in everyone. But with me and Stephen, when I listen to it, I'm connected to him, and I'm saying, no, surely no, I'm saying to myself, whilst wondering how good the music is, you know. And hearing that initially, it kind of put a jolt through my heart, but then I said, no, that kind of validates my concern for him. It's the same as the Robbie Williams stuff. Because of Stephen Duffy, I've been, I don't know, the word isn't inspired, is it? I've been kind of led to listen to Robbie Williams, especially when the one with Robbie and Stephen writing the songs together was released. remember staying up to watch the documentary the night the album was released and seeing Stephen there in their live gig setting at the back, playing his guitar in a horizontal manner. And really enjoying the songs, you know. And then that song, Sin, 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 came up, and you thought, oh. But that song, Radio, all I could hear in that was Terry Hall of the Specials. And all those little minor influences, or, you know, which were included in his songwriting. You could hear Terry Hall there. And the Specials. It's very good. Very, very good. Marvellous. Has there been a better album than this? We ask ourselves. You know, Stephen Snee, you said Music in Colours and you moved on. I can't do that. I gotta reference this. I gotta reference Galaxy. I gotta reference Charlotte's Conversations and A Fall from the Sky. And It Sparkles. Because hats off, Here Comes the Girl. And that's what those songs discuss. They discuss the girl and the boy. And all their irregularities and inconsistencies. And also Stephen's fixation with the girl. The word girl, to quote Green. Who I've yet to discover fully, but I sense Green Gatside has the same Paddy McAloon, Stephen Duffy quality. Who they understand the essence of commercial. That's ironic saying that with Stephen, isn't it? But the iconic acoustic pop sensibility that resonates from the heart. You cannot mimic that. I don't think you can. You cannot mimic it. It's real talent. And it's instinctive. You can't learn it in a pop college. You can't. It's impossible. It's there. Well, the cover here suggests that it's product from a machine. But really what it is music in colour. Colour. I didn't realise the title of the album. Where's the title of the album? Oh, they're on the sweet packages, aren't they? They're on the sweet wrappers. That's where it is. Without the U. Colours. And it's called Colours. Okay. But the song is called Music in Colour. No, it isn't. It's called Music in Colours as well.